What's going on, everybody? I'm Tank, and this is another episode of Roadie Reactions.
Get with this.
In today's reaction video, we are on round 2 with a band that I've had once before on this channel, and I absolutely loved it before, man, and I was looking forward to checking out more, and it has been a while, but I've had a lot of other stuff I've been going through, and this is a band that was getting brought up a lot again. Now, not this specific song, but it highly intrigued me because I saw that it features Jason Richardson, who I am a big fan of. His guitar work is incredible, and the stuff that he's done with other bands and even his solo stuff is awesome. So I figured this has got to be super interesting if he's on it, and this band is already interesting and awesome enough. So why the hell not? So I will link this video in the description below. And today, I'm once again going to be listening to Polyphia with the music video for Aviator featuring Jason Richardson. Let's go! Oh! Wow. So my first round with Polyphia, it was super funky. We did GOAT, greatest of all time. It was awesome. And I think that video was only a couple years old. This video is 5 years old, 5.5 years old. With Jason Richardson's name on this, I was expecting maybe more of a heavier metal-y, genty sound, if that makes sense. I'm sure some of you guys know what I'm talking about, but this still has that funk to it, and there's so much cool stuff going on. That effect on the guitar there, I can't place perfectly. I feel like an idiot. I should know this. I'm a guitar tech, but it sounds like some crazy digital delay to cause that effect that he's playing in the beginning. But man, already beautiful musicianship. I'm excited to see where this goes. There's that effect again. Oh. Dude, these guys are incredible. Seriously, like, I'm really fascinated by this because for those of you that follow the channel, you know I love to like headbang and just go crazy, but every now and then it's nice to just sit back and watch something like this, man. Like if I saw these guys in concert, I would just be mesmerized. So the guitar solo, the first solo that we heard, and that too as well, their guitar player, Scott. One of the things I noticed right away that I loved is that that guitar tone boosted for that solo. And there's a lot of times in music where a solo comes up and the levels kind of stay the same. And I always wish I could hear that solo more than I could. That was great, man. They boosted it up. You could hear it perfectly. The tone was killer. Both Scott and Tim are playing Ibanez, which they were in the first video I saw. They're both playing RGs. I can't get a great look at a lot of the features because everything on them is all black, but they both look like RG Prestige models, and they have some customization on it as well. The inlays that are on that guitar I've seen popular with some of the premiums instead of the Prestiges too, but they're also on, I think, like the DX series RGs, I think, have those inlays. But they've also got the double locking tremolo systems on there too, up near the nut and down near the bridge. Ibanez has their own versions of those. That's probably an Edge Pro or a Edge Zero. Basically a Floyd Rose, same thing. And each guitar player has different pickups in their guitars. Scott looked like he was, if I had to guess, probably rocking like Seymour Duncan or something equivalent of that. And Tim has EMGs, active pickups, in his guitar. Probably, I don't know, 81s and 60s, maybe. It's kind of hard to tell just by looking at it, and my ear's not that precise with tone, but killer, man. Let's keep going. Oh, man. Oh. Oh, that's the end. God. There's a lot of gear stuff I want to talk about that I didn't get to in that. So if you're interested in the gear, there's some cool stuff I want to talk about. So let's go to this outro. Let's go. Okay. Normally, I would have talked a lot more gear and stuff like that in that video, but man, it just flew by. I could have watched that for triple that length and would have loved it. So, oh, I don't even know where to start. The first thing I want to get off my mind is that main riff that they were playing in the beginning, in the middle, and before Jason solo and stuff. It reminded me of music from an old NES game that I used to play called Little Nemo. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but it was very nostalgic for me, and I don't think they meant to do that. I think it's just a coincidence, but who knows? Anyways, we didn't talk about Clay's bass. In the last video, he's playing an Ibanez. In this one, he's playing a Music Man Bongo, which I actually love those basses. Those were released in the early 2000s by Music Man, and they have such a unique tone to them. They're a really light body compared to a lot of other basses, and they have an active preamp in the bass that just gives it a super, super cool tone compared to like an Ernie Ball Stingray or something like that. And I really like them. I almost got a bongo when I was joining like my first like touring band. And I went with a Warwick instead. And I loved my Warwick, but there was days where I was like, I wonder how it would have sounded with the bongo. Drum-wise, I'm pretty sure that's a different drummer than the guy that I saw in the last video. So in the last video for GOAT, new drummer. Didn't get a look at the kit. I saw the Evans logo on his kick drum heads, which means he's using Evans drum heads on everything. And it looked like he was using Meinl cymbals, big German cymbal manufacturer. You see him on a lot of kits all over the place for a good reason. They're a great company. And then we have Jason Richardson. I love his playing. I love all of his stuff that he's worked on. I was first introduced to his playing when he did The Discovery by Born of Osiris, and I loved the work on that. And then I know after that he went to Chelsea Grin, and then before Born of Osiris he did some time playing with All Shall Perish. And now he's doing a lot of solo work and he's playing with All That Remains. So love his work, man, especially the stuff that he did with like Luke Holland on the solo and duo stuff they were doing. Super cool, man. And he was playing that Music Man. John Petrucci, I think it was the JP15 7-string. Great guitars. I've only been able to noodle around with them a few times, but they do sound fantastic. They feel really good. And the one thing I like about that guitar is that there's actually a boost on the volume knob that gives it, I think, like a 20 dB boost. Like if you're doing leads or something like that, you can just jack it up. Super cool. But I loved that, man. As I said in the video, I could sit and watch this band for a long time. Like those songs could be 3 times as long and I would just sit there and love it. And these are the kind of musicians where I seriously watch them and I'm like, how did you get so good? Like my mind can't comprehend musicians like this when I watch them just shred with ease and play really technical, cool rhythms, man. Can't get enough of it. I'm going to be doing more. So if any of you Polyphia fans are watching, please let me know in the comments what you would like me to check out as well, because I do want to check out more, man, because I love these guys. Super great. And if this is your first time here, feel free to click subscribe. I release new videos all the time, so if you turn your alerts on, you'll be notified the second new stuff comes out. If you liked the video, I would greatly appreciate the like, as it does help me out. And if you disliked it, it's not a big deal, man. Be honest, there is a dislike button. You can click it, move on, come back, don't come back, whatever. Thank you for being here this time. I'm on a ton of different social media. I have a Discord server. I stream on Twitch. I'll put all the links to that in the description below. And my handle on everything social media related is @TankTheTech. Thank you so much once again for being here. I will be back very soon with another episode of Roadie Reactions.